Hey y'all, I'm officially off the clock and I'm about to do this really dope video. So a few of y'all might have seen my video where I was talking about, I followed up on another content creator's video talking about who she would invite and who she wouldn't invite for Thanksgiving. I decided I'm going to do two sections. One video that's going to highlight which Disney character would be invited and which Disney character would not. And baby, it's about to get messy. So let me start this off by saying that I actually don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate any holidays. I leave that to the people who celebrate it. But I thought this would be very, very entertaining to use Disney characters. So I'm going to go ahead and run through the people on my Disney characters reject list. First one up, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. Now, I don't care what y'all got to say. Y'all can hate me, not like me. Oh, but they the originals of Disney. Baby, get real. I do not want two mice crawling up on my table fixing their food. Absolutely not. And while we're on the subject of rodents, if you would invite Ratatouille, you're nasty. And I would never eat at your house. Dumbo wouldn't be invited because his ears are simply too big. Now, I love Dumbo. I grew up watching Dumbo. That's a cute little baby elephant, but baby, your ears and flapping around all over the place, knocking plates off the table and stuff like that, baby, you just gonna slow down progress. Go ahead and stay home, baby. I think this went without saying. Alice in Wonderland would not be invited, honestly, because one, I think that she's boring, and two, it was too much going on with her. She fell into a new land. She didn't know where she was. She was under the influence. I need her wits to be about her. We just gonna leave her home. Let her get some rest. She's been through a hell of a lot. I don't need to put her through no more. She just need to skip out on this Thanksgiving dinner. The Queen of Hearts is not invited, aside from the fact that she looked like a whole man. If I see Peter Pan, I'm calling the cops. Now, Peter Pan remind me of one of them young boys that you get a restraining order against and he just keeps violating it. That's Peter Pan, because this man does not know boundaries. Baby, if I looked up and saw you standing in my window, you gonna get knocked right back out that window. And them Churn and Tinkerbell can stay where they at, because as I said in my previous video, them kids done went through a lot. They done went through a hell of an adventure in the course of maybe 24 to 48 hours. Them babies is tired, okay? Tired, I tell you. First of all, she needs to be locked up for cruelty to animals. I don't want this lady at my table. If you would invite Cruella de Vil, that tells me who you are. Absolutely not. I don't like him. And I like their children, but they can stay home, but I don't like him. I don't want him or his wife. I don't want Mr. Banks, and I don't want Mrs. Banks. I don't want Jane and Michael. I don't want a single one of them here. I don't like him, and I don't want his family. Okay, hear me out. Ariel will not be invited because, baby, after being up here for 24 hours, you're not going to want to be a part of my world no more. Especially after you figure out how much we have to pay to get the decorations, how much money we have to pay for the food and get to the store, how much we got to pay for gas, baby. You're not going to want to be a part of this world. I love Aladdin, but he's a thief. And as I said in my previous video, if something go missing in my home, he's going to go missing. Aladdin needs to stay where he at. I love him, but not today, Aladdin. This guy is a whole creep. Gaston will never be invited. The last thing I need is his big, egocentral, masculine, macho ego. I don't want him. I don't want him in my house, world. He gonna make me and everybody else mad. He gonna be the one starting fights because this man is crazy and he's a literal creep. He one of them guys that be hitting on women and he can't take no for an answer. I don't like that. Because now I got to come out of character. Not on this chipper Thursday afternoon. You cannot look at this man and tell me that he deserves to be in my house at my table. You can't. You can't. It's not, this shouldn't be no deep explanation. It's anything that involves Frollo, it's a no-go. This man look like he already eat Thanksgiving every single day anyway. I think he can miss out on one meal. And while we're on the subject of Pocahontas, this man is not invited. John Smith is not invited. John Rolfe is not invited, and neither is any other pasty-looking person in England. Keep they bad behinds at home. Lilo and Stitch, keep they bad behinds at home. I don't want them in my house. I don't need them running around my house. They the main kids. You gotta tell them, get off the bed, turn my light off. Who leaving all the lights on? Turn off the water. Go use the bathroom. I feel like I might have to talk to them too much if I have Lilo and Stitch in my house. And I don't like to talk too much. This looks cool and it's all fun and games until somebody get hurt. Because, baby, if I trip and fall over your head, I'm filing a lawsuit after I fight you. Once again, I think this explains itself as to why, if you watch James and the Giant Peach and you know who these two ladies are, I think this was an explanation in itself as to why they would not be invited. I gave you a part two in case you just really could not understand why they would not be invited. And for those still who would probably still argue to invite them, once again, look at these ladies and look at me and tell me to my face. Don't tell me to my face that they should be invited to my Thanksgiving dinner. While we on the topic of James and the Giant Peach, the scam and centipede will not be invited because the last thing I need is him sitting at the table trying to scam people into giving them the cash app so he can bless them with $3,000. Not in my house, Satan. As my favorite content creator, Make That Magic, said, Grasshopper really does give off the vibe of them cousins who think they're better than everybody else because they went to private school. And in this family, this gets you jumped. He's safer at home. Y'all like for part two.